Salutare tuturor! Bine ați revenit la podcastul Verde la Microfon. Astăzi avem doi invitați. O avem pe Mariam, pe care ați cunoscut-o în podcastul trecut, și îl avem și pe domnul Soso, care este președinte al Uniunii Tinerilor Cercetători și Analiști din Georgia. Vom începe să discutăm cu Mariam prima dată. Welcome Mariam to Galați again. Welcome Mr. Soso. Podcastul se va desfășura în limba engleză pentru că invitații noștri sunt din Georgia și până în momentul de față nu am reușit să îi învățăm limba română. Voi puteți să umblați un pic la setările de pe YouTube și să vă schimbați subtitrarea în limba română, astfel încât să înțelegeți, cei care nu cunosc limba engleză, să înțelegeți ceea ce răspund invitații noștri. Podcastul de astăzi va avea o temă interesantă relaționată de tineri, de comunitate și de antreprenoriatul social din Georgia în domeniul protecției mediului. O să începem cu Mariam să ne prezinte un pic activitatea organizației pe care o reprezintă. Ea este asistent manager în cadrul National Association of Local Authorities din Georgia. Este Asociația Națională a Autorităților Locale din Georgia. Mariam, please present yourself and maybe something about NALAG.
Hello everyone, thank you for hosting us in Galați. As for my association, I'm representing today National Association of Local Authorities of Georgia, which is a non-governmental organization which unites all the local authorities. We have overall 64 local authorities in Georgia, and all of them are part of our association. We are playing kind of a medieval role between central government and the local government, and also international organizations and donor organizations and local authorities as well. From time to time, we're doing needs assessments in municipalities to find out what challenges they face, and based on those assessments, we offer them some services. I personally, besides being involved in Interreg EcoYOU projects, I'm personally helping local authorities to absorb international funds by drafting project proposals, applying for them, and in case they need my assistance during the implementation process, I also do that.
Thank you. I want to ask you something about differences in youth engagement across different regions or municipalities of Georgia. Do you see some differences?
Yes, so we, as a part of the EcoYOU project, we are working very closely with young people. And when I say young people, I mean young people aged from 14 to 25 mainly. And I would say that young people from big cities, they are very active. But the young people from remote villages, they might not be very active. So what we try to do as a part of our project, we try to reach out to have a mixed group of very young people and not very active people and not very active people. Yes,
urban area and rural
area, and also some vulnerable groups, so they can become more active and learn many things. So that's one of the methods that we use to engage all young people.
Can you tell us some regions from Georgia where you see need for more involvement?
I would say the mountainous regions where not very like civil society organizations and non-governmental organizations cannot are not acting very actively, so they don't have some projects ongoing. I would say those regions are more vulnerable in this regard.
I understand. What strategies, tools or methodologies do you use to encourage and strengthen youth participation in environmental protection activities?
Okay, besides the one that I've already mentioned, like forming the mixed groups, we also, with the help of Soso, helped us in this regard pretty much because he's a very active youth worker in his region. We are using informal education. Because at schools in Georgia, informal education is not like very actively used, and sometimes young people need that. Besides the theoretical knowledge they are getting, they also want to see some practice. So we are using some games, some tools, and we are also actively involving them in discussions so they could express their ideas more. So this is the tools that we are using with young people.
I understand. I'm happy to hear that you are using games because
yes.
Young people are interested in games, maybe applications on the phones and so on. So we are moving on, Mr. Soso. Please tell us something about you, about your organization.
Hello, thank you for invitation and your hospitality. I'm from Georgia, from Gori. It's a central average city in the middle of Georgia. I'm a youth worker, and our organization has different kind of topics for working. It's youth working, and second side, it's a think tank, and we are doing different kind of researches. We are helping local entrepreneurs, and also we have social enterprises in our region.
How would you describe social entrepreneurship in the Georgian context?
Social entrepreneurship, it's a new thing, only not Georgia, as it's new for all world, but in last period it's become more popular and popular because social entrepreneurs often take responsibility to solve different kind of challenges in community, in pollution problems, in environmental protect, and that's why it's become more popular in Georgia. Unfortunately, we don't have legislation and we don't have a law of social entrepreneurship. We have a law about business, and that's why it's a bit difficult because we have to pay same taxes as pay businesses, but in social entrepreneurship are engaged more youngs, and it's really good because our country has really high number of unemployment in youngs, and we have really huge percent of need groups. It's more than 30%, and that's why we are trying to help youngs to involve in entrepreneurship trainings and help to find funds and helping fundraising, and so it's I think it's quite popular in Georgia.
How are social entrepreneurship and environmental protection connected in practice?
In practice, last 5 years, our country and donors asks all entrepreneurs who are trying to engage in entrepreneurship, not only socials, to take minimum one responsibility from SDG goals to solve challenges which is in community or which is in municipality on maybe global challenges, and everyone are trying to solve some problems. For example, if this social enterprise is not directly solving any environmental problems, of course they are trying to engage in different, for example, different activities. For example, maybe it's clean pollution areas, maybe they gave some money from incomes to some social groups, young groups, women groups. To other side, they involve in different kind of programs and help them to keep be active in different kind of activities.
I understand. We've seen the rise of eco-communities or eco-unities in different parts of the world.
Yes.
Are there similar communities or movements forming in Georgia?
Yes, of course, because climate change is last period is really feeling able, and youngs often try to engage in different kind of activities. They are starting from schools because we are working with youngs with 14 to 29, but before 14, so teachers try to involve youngs in different kind of programs, and also government has and CSO sector has different kind of activities, which is informal activities, but helps schools for motivation, for example, to buy some necessary or has schools or has young school students, and it motivates them to be more active and think different. And for example, they start really good small programs which help social entrepreneurs to keep separate waste for next recycle.
Can you share some inspiring examples from your region?
Yeah, sure. We have really good experiences by this, because our municipality is one of the strong municipality by youth working and CSO sector. For example, our young started collecting of plastic bottles for recycle, and they collect really huge numbers, and they give it to a special company who are recycling plastic bottles and making USB cables, and by this company also gives them USB cables, and it's caused really huge chain in all Georgia, not only in our municipality, and it was really good success story in our country. Also, second side, they are collecting papers, they are collecting also aluminum and cans, like as alcohol drinks, as energetic drinks, and our NGO is recycling these aluminum and also making some souvenirs, and also young are engaged and involved in these processes.
Talking about young people, are we seeing a new generation of eco-leaders emerging?
Yes, they are really active. We cannot say separate he or she is a leader, because groups are leaders. The generation are leaders because they are working together. When they want to plan any activities, they are collecting in youth centers or in youth clubs. Even more, they create eco clubs in schools, and they are working teamwork. And yes, I believe that they can change the future.
Mariam, are we seeing a new generation coming?
Yes, like Soso said, they are working, like they have a very good team working culture, so they are working very well as a team, and also individually, I would say, because I've been, as a part of this project, we also have research ongoing, so I've conducted several interviews with young people, and they are so bright-minded, they are so smart, they know so many things, so they are really the future.
How supportive is the current ecosystem in Georgia, whether it is a policy, education, or funding, for encouraging the growth of eco-unities and social enterprises? What could be improved in this one?
Our country nowadays is in big challenges, and really support is necessary to develop not only ecological situation as different kind of systems, and first of all, always problem is materials which is necessary. We have really good youngs. For example, in our municipality, we are working with 1,500 youngs, and they often they have volunteering experience and involved in volunteering programs. After this, involved in non-formal education programs, and it's more than 1% of the whole municipality, and it's a really good number of engagement. And often problem is money is not resources open, because the motivation is most necessary resource, because they often use this really well, and often we can do huge activities without money or with less money, and it's often show us that the young's motivation is a huge investigation to change something. So that's why I think that resources is necessary. And knowledge, of course, because we know that recycle and reuse is a good things, but often we don't have enough knowledge. For example, in agriculture system, we don't know how to use agriculture waste for reuse or make some good minerals, natural minerals. Yes, somehow we heard about this, but in practice, unfortunately, we don't know how to do. So that's why I think that information and different kind of resources, for example, maybe smart recycle bins or something, would be really good for support.
What message would you share with young people who want to be part of this movement? In environmental protection, in entrepreneurship?
Environmental problems is a really sensitively because we can feel differences. What kind of seasons we had last, for example, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and what kind is it now. And often we cannot difference summer, spring, autumn, maybe in winter. Yes. Often it's a so high temperature, or in hot season is a very low temperature. And yes, of course, it's not only for maybe food or business. It's not bad. It's not bad only for these things. It's bad for our health, first of all, because change mass very fast, and it causes huge problems in middle age and after and more older people. And message will be it's that they should think different. They should think green, because it is possible to reduce waste, reduce plastic, reduce different kind of things what cause pollution, and often take care about nature, because it's gave us life, and we should return by respect all this.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Mr. Soso, about your knowledge. Mariam, I know that you've organized an 8-hour overtime activity in Georgia. Can you tell us about this? How it was?
It was actually very interesting, because I've been working with young people as a part of my association work and previously as well, and I was always excited at like how interested and how motivated they are and how curious they are to know about certain things. So during this, we actually wanted to create some interconnected activities and events while having this huge event in Georgia. So first we made a discussion part. So in the discussion part, we wanted young people to speak their minds and to say whatever problem they saw around them. And during this 8-hour part, we had some icebreakers, we had some games, but all of those games, Soso actually helped us to organize all of those. They were created to environment protection, or how can they segregate the waste, and what they should do when they see the waste, and some sort of games like that related to the environment. And when the main event, what we had was that we clustered those problems, and then based on those problems we divided them into 6 groups, and they for an hour or so they helped they worked with the international, they were the members of the international delegations as well with them, and they worked together to draft the project proposals. We beforehand we've created the sample of project proposals. We'd included the whole information of how project should look like, and they've drafted the project and they presented it. And what we can see, and then later on we had a feedback and we had a discussion as well. So it was like a very full of ideas and full of approaches and full of desires and motivations that what they want to do. And I think that most of them, the young people who've been involved in those events, they are members of some eco groups and some initiative groups they have at school, and they often take the initiative to make some cleanup actions and some greening actions in their respective communities. And I think that they are already leaders, and if they've been given, as Soso mentioned, if they've been given enough like knowledge, information and resources, they have a capacity to do way more than they are doing now.
I'm happy to hear that this activity was a success in Georgia. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you, Mr. Soso, for this detailed and honest analysis. Vă mulțumim și vouă pentru că ne-ați urmărit. Vă așteptăm și la următoarele podcasturi, să fiți alături de noi. Nu uitați de follow, nu uitați de like, nu uitați să comentați la podcast, să ne întrebați orice doriți voi. Avem o adresă de e-mail în descrierea podcastului. Următorul podcast, din câte știu așa, va fi filmat la malul Mării Negre, așa că vă așteptăm și data viitoare la Verde la Microfon.